Hey guys, my name is Chris if you didn't already know, and welcome to my show, SmegChris Review. I'm going to get straight on with the film review because I was so excited to be going back to the cinema for the first time in a year. Yeah, I was that happy. And the film I went to see was Godzilla vs Kong, and I have to say I'd forgotten how loud the cinema is. Doesn't get any louder than this. But anyway, on to the review. So to point out, it's this Godzilla versus this Kong, and as you can tell, I like these films. Because, you know, they're in my collection. One of the things I liked about the film was it didn't just do a slow build up to anything. Straight away we see Kong, and boy has he grown since the last film. And also it didn't take that long for us to see Godzilla either. I remember a lot of people were complaining that we didn't see much of Godzilla in his first film, so this more than makes up for it. And seemingly he's the bad guy. Because when we first see him, he comes to this facility and just starts destroying everything. But there's a reason for it, which we find out later on. So of course we start meeting characters, some old, some new. Now some of the new characters like Alexander Skarsgård, I think that's how you say his name, and Rebecca Hall, they were brilliant and their story I really enjoyed. But then the group where Millie Bobby Brown sort of leads, I didn't like their interactions because they just didn't seem to have any chemistry at all. It just seemed that that group, their interactions just didn't gel. But I persevered and put up with it. And of course, it wasn't long before we got the first battle between Godzilla and Kong, which is a good thing because, like so many other films like Batman v Superman, Iron Man 4, Captain America Civil War, those fights, they happen right late on into the movies. We didn't have to wait that long for this one. I mean, the battle was fantastic. It was all on battleships, on the water, and of course Godzilla can swim, Kong not so much. Now here's a spoiler if you don't want to hear it, but the way the battle ended I thought was a little disappointing because the people on the ships, they decided the best way to sort it out was cut all power to all the engines and everything else, and then Godzilla would leave them alone. And sure enough, he did. And I'm like, what? I didn't understand that bit. But it helped propel the story forward, where they went to Antarctica, because they were trying to find a way to a place that they called Hollow Earth. Apparently, the inside of this planet is hollow, and there's like this whole other ecosystem there. Sounds absurd? It is. But when the characters start making their way to this Hollow Earth, the visuals were absolutely stunning. I mean, at first when they were talking about it, I'm like, really? But once they got there, it was just like amazing to see. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but in the original Godzilla movies, there's this one character that I've always loved, this villain, and he makes his appearance in this movie. And I was like, really? Awesome! And it got louder. However, as this final battle sequence was happening, I knew exactly what was going to happen at the end, and I wasn't wrong. But I'm not going to give that away here. But I have to say, it was spectacular, and it had me jumping up and down in my seat as I was watching it because it was that exciting. And I'm going to go out on a limb right now to tell you guys that out of all the Godzilla Kong movies, this is my favourite so far. By a mile. I absolutely love this film. I mean, it's not perfect, don't get me wrong. Like I said, some of the characters, they just don't seem to gel very well. But the visuals, the spectacle, the fights, absolutely just breathtaking. And that's why I'm going to give Godzilla vs Kong it's a beast of a movie. Oh, stop groaning. It's not often I make puns because I'm not very good at them. But if you did enjoy Kong Skull Island and them two Godzilla movies, then you're going to absolutely love Godzilla vs Kong. I did anyway. Right, that's it for this episode. Yep, I've got no TV programmes to talk about, or comic books, or books. At least I don't think I have anyway. All my memory. All that's left for me to say now is thank you for watching and subscribing if you have, and liking this video if you did. Until the next time, peace out. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I remember during the early 90s they were showing all the classic Godzilla films on TV at like midnight every Friday night, and I was obsessed with them. I made sure that I was there to watch them, or if I wasn't, I was recording them on video. And I can't even remember how many there is. I just remember smirking as I was watching them because you could tell that there were people in costumes doing this, crashing over fake buildings and smacking the crap out of each other. I'm just thinking, They're probably on DVD by now. Have I got enough room for them?